We had a new member of staff who last night handed in his resignation. It's just a pointless waste of everyone's time, really. I'm starting to get really frustrated. Staff issues just when you think you've got it right.
He is filming me rant.
And I'm close to taking them to court for harassment soon because this is crazy. Back to it, another week.
Another week.
Lots to do this week.
See, there's a lot of paperwork on your desk.
But I have, been in the warehouse this morning just because we want to get another packing bench up and running for the manager. So that's now up and running. He's all set up so we can have 5 picker packers all going at the same time. And yeah, lots to do. Lots to do, so I will have to cut it and get dust everywhere. Fine, well look, I'll wait for your link, we'll get something booked in, and yeah, really look forward to speaking with you.
Cool, I will do that right now.
Brilliant, alright, good to speak to you.
Take care,
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
Pointless, absolutely pointless.
Was that a fun meeting?
It was a podcast, but they have to have a discovery call first, but all she tells me is that we're going to record a podcast on this platform. Is that okay? It's just a pointless waste of everyone's time, really.
My reply is basically saying it wasn't a chaser for payment at all. It's asking for your booking confirmation. Yeah.
People are so quick to
Maybe-
jump on that. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe read the email first.
Maybe read the instructions. It didn't say payment at all. He is filming me rant.
Yeah, man, why not? I love Angry Mark.
So I've got to finish off a little bit more on our LED screens. Me and Mark have got to do quite a bit of work on them today because our new one is going out. We've actually replaced all the drivers in all the speakers because the Chinese drivers are not particularly good quality. We've put in a new amp, a new rack mount, all the media, and hopefully we'll have a cover made as well. I've got to go see them guys in the morning to get a cover made for the trailer. But we're nearly there. We've made loads of like little good improvements. And as I said, it's out in Liverpool in like a couple of weeks in March for the first time, this trailer. So I'll show you a little bit of what we've done.
Fixing.
No. So, yeah, on the speakers, we've replaced all the drivers. We've put it all back together. These are the speakers that came with the screen. And we tried to find something that would fit, that would be more powerful, maybe active, because we want to put this in front of probably 200, 300, 400 people. But we couldn't find anything. So we've opened them up, changed all the drivers, the tweeters, rebuilt the speakers, and they sound really, really good. And then in here, again, this was all like cheapy Chinese stuff, but we've put a new 1400 watt amp in there. That's our processor for all the video, and then we've put a little media switcher in that does Bluetooth, that will do audio from a laptop, HDMI. So we've made some good tweaks. We've probably spent about another 500 quid, so nothing mad. But the improvement with all the sound and the tech is brilliant. So this is now ready to go out. We're just going to get a cover made, which I'm going to see him in the morning. He's done our covers before. You probably saw that on a video last year. These guys are brilliant at doing the covers for these screens, and then it's ready to go. So yeah, really pleased with what the guys have done, and can't wait to get this out.
I'm wondering if we can't find anything, do we look at the camera that's on the screen and see if it's got like a model number or something on it? But yeah, I'll see. I'll have a Google.
I mean, there's quite a few, but I just want the camera on
Yeah.
its
I
own.
want to make sure it's the right frequency. So this camera I think should be compatible. This camera here I think should also be compatible because they're compatible with the same screen that looks basically the same. But when I basically reverse image searched a compatible camera, which was...
I mean, we'll start any questions that you
I reckon
have,
you're probably
just let
right.
me know.
Something was trying to grab that IP and was knocking it out. Maybe.
How long ago is that confirmed as fixed?
But then again, I suppose it depends on
A
the
few
vendor.
minutes ago.
So I just tried to do an upgrade on it, and it just says I can't, it won't download it.
Did you try out the file on a USB?
Yeah, it works.
I've tried.
And he just said, like, I could have done with him today. I need reliability as well, which I agree with him. Staff issues, just when you think you've got it right. So I said, like, is he coming back tomorrow or is he not? How long is he going to be off for?
Well, I'll have a chat with him on the day he returns, preferably tomorrow, but we'll see.
I doubt he's coming in this week.
Yeah.
Which is another week of not fixing, and then we're in March. So yeah, it's far from...
Yeah.
Not your fault, I'm just saying in general, it's...
Of course, yeah. Like, the fixing isn't the biggest deal for me. It's like thinking about summer and reliability and giving us enough time to potentially recruit again.
Messaging him
No,
directly.
I have already told Tim that I was planning on taking him for a meeting, but I didn't get time yesterday, but I'll do it tomorrow if he returns or whenever he does return. And he didn't seem to have mind at all about that.
Yeah, I'm starting to get really frustrated. I know it's not your fault. We've spoken to Clear Business since receiving your letter because the invoice is in dispute because the meter is damaged. So they said, don't worry, it's all automated. No one's going to cut your power. It's our automated system that is being sent to debt recovery, etc. The invoice is in dispute, and now you're calling me chasing for the invoice. You're also not the only debt recovery. They've instructed 3 different debt recovery companies to clear this invoice. We called them to say, okay, we've had another debt collection, and they say, yeah, don't worry, it's just automated, it's in dispute. And you're a different one now. I saw your letter and we called Clear Business straight away. They haven't done anything. This has been going on months. And I'm close to taking them to court for harassment soon because this is crazy. Like, they've not done anything in months apart from sending me automated letters, then getting to the root of the problem, which is the meter readings that they've given, which they say someone came and read them, is incorrect. One, it's damaged and you can't read anything from the meter. And secondly, they've told us there's actual reads on the bill, but we've been confirmed that no one has actually taken an actual read. So no one can actually get a reading of what the water is because it's faulty. And it's been damaged, I think, by the previous owners of the building because it was a drugs factory prior to us buying it over 2 years ago. If you need it in writing, I'll put exactly what I've just told you on an email. I hate utility companies. That's like, I don't know how many calls I've had with that company, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure you heard it on the call, but they're chasing me for this payment that we've used water and electricity, just water actually, but the meter outside has been damaged, we think by the previous tenant, where this was a drugs factory over 2 years ago. But they're just, we've gone on months and months and months. We've sent them, they've said that they've taken actual reads, but then they've confirmed that they haven't because the meter is literally, you can't see it. They've scratched it all out and damaged it. Lauren's been dealing with it, I've been dealing with it, but soon I am tempted just to let it go to court because I've got every phone call, every email, and they are the most useless business I think I've ever dealt with. They just, all their call centres are abroad. you say the same thing in every conversation and they'll get back to you. Nothing's happened in 2 months, and I think I will let it go to court, because I'd love to make an example of like how bad the service has been. But there we go. Let's move on. I'm just wasting so much time with it, and I can't talk about it anymore. So let's move on. It's a bit different today. We are in sunny Essex, but it's not so sunny, it's quite cloudy, and we've got a really great podcast that I'm going on today with Will Polston. Really great guy, mindset coach, and he does some really cool stuff online. I'm excited for this podcast. They are in his studio at the moment, so we're going to go up, get cracking, and we'll show a bit behind the scenes. Yeah, a difficult one as well, because we had a new member of staff who last night handed in his resignation only after a month. It wasn't quite for him in the warehouse, and it's just one of those things which I tell all the staff, which is just when you think you've got it right, it changes again. So that's a challenge that we'll deal with. We've had a quick meeting this morning with the team, with the warehouse manager Tim and Mark, and we'll jump on recruitment later this week. But yeah, let's go in. Good pod this one, let's go. Hello. Oh, we're on there.
Will.
Yes. Hello mate, how are you?
Good to see you.
And you?
All good.
See you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of the guests that we've had, but in my world of sort of personal development, it's like the best of the best that we've been able to have on, and having interesting people with interesting missions to come in and share why they do what they do. The more credibility you've got as an individual, what you've done, blah blah blah, making sure it's in alignment with the podcast. Yeah. I mean, I get pitches probably 3 to 5 a week of people applying to be on the show that I just no. Every now and then, if it's positioned right, they've got the right profile, blah 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 blah, then yeah, all right, we'll entertain a conversation. But yeah, I tend to pick guests based on books that I've read or following them as individuals to go, right, I'm hand selecting, because at the end of the day, we only do 1 episode a week. It's only 50 a year. It's not that much. Yeah. For me, the episodes, I look for a couple of things. I look it to be inspirational, but also look it to be practical.
I'm a big advocate of young entrepreneurs.
Yeah. And
I think if that gives a message to young entrepreneurs, I started really young, tough time at school, children's entertainer, turned DJ, you know, and I hung around with a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And I think it's who you hang around with as well. So for me, if it helps young entrepreneurs just go there and try it, I think that's a big win for me. So that's the podcast all wrapped. We're going to get back to the office. We've got to finish up a few bits. We've also got an event on Sunday, so I need to brief the team on that. And I've got a couple of Zooms this afternoon with some clients. So we've got to get going. We need to get going. We will catch you on another one of these real soon.